Carter Allen and Dave Lawrence with a special guest.
Hey, yes, we're here with Warren Haynes, Chuck.
All right.
How you doing?
Got ourselves Warren Haynes, an Allman brother, and a Phil and friends along working the gig tonight. What's up, man?
Just work.
Yeah, Warren, you're an Iron Man. You were just here with the Allman Brothers. That can only be about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And when did that tour end and you jumped on this tour?
Yeah, that tour ended shortly after the Greatwood show, Tweeter Center show, and started right on this tour. I had about a day off in between, and it's been great. Back here twice within a month.
Yeah, people are still talking about that Allman Brothers show. That was one smoking show.
That was a great show. We all felt like we really played well that night, and the crowd was awesome. It was great.
You got some great double bills coming up where it's going to be Phil and friends and the brothers doing gigs together. What's that going to be like? You're going to be one tired puppy after that.
Well, there's 4 shows where Phil and friends and the Allman Brothers share a co-bill. 2 nights Phil and friends will close, and 2 nights the Allman Brothers will close. And all 4 shows I played both sets. So it's going to be a long night. It'll be like running a marathon.
Be like a double masseuse waiting for you when you get off.
It's a lot of playing, but it's kind of like playing a sport. When you get done, you're really tired, but in a gratifying sort of way.
I've seen Warren in the Brothers and Government Mule so many times, and it's always been at night. And Warren, this is the first time I've seen you during the daytime. You look pretty good. Yeah, you're all right.
I clean up all right.
You got the studio tan, though, there. The stage tan.
I'm pretty pale, yeah. But I'm not usually out this time of day very much. Scared of the daylight.
Warren's a nocturnal animal.
Yes, he is. Tell us a little bit about Government Mule while we have the time, because there's a 2 CD set coming out that you told me about, the new Government Mule album, and you've got every bass player on the planet playing on this. I mean, everybody, you were telling me Chris Squire of Yes is on this. I mean, who else?
Jack Bruce, Tony Levin, Alfonso Johnson, Bootsy Collins, John Entwistle, Les Claypool, Roger Glover. Yeah, everybody we could think of, And now it looks like it's going to be 2 separate CDs. The first one, Volume 1, is going to come out in September, and Volume 2 is going to come out in February or March. And we're really excited about it. 25 of our favorite bass players, each contributing 1 song. It's just an awesome experience, And so far, everybody we talked to said yes, and it's hard to believe that it came together that way, but it's just been amazing.
Aren't you going to do something on the road? I heard there's going to be some kind of super show that's going to go around.
Well, we're going to do a show at the Warfield in San Francisco with a lot of special guest bass players, and then we're going to try and do 2 nights at Roseland in New York City with as many of the bass players as possible, and it's going to be just a wild extravaganza. Maybe film it and record it and the whole bit.
So not a tour, just a few special dates.
A few special dates, but then the tour. Some of the tour will be with Les Claypool. Some of the tour will be with O'Teal from the Allman Brothers. Some of it will be with Dave Schools from Widespread Panic. And a lot of the shows will have multiple bass players showing up and sitting in. But there's only going to be a handful of shows where the night's based on the fact that a bunch of bass players are going to be special guests.
There's a cavalcade of bassists are going to come out in a couple.
A lot of low end.
So if 5 bass players show up, you're going to do Big Bottom by Spinal Tap?
We might have to. now that I'm an honorary member.
I know you like to jam and play a lot of long, good guitar leads and stuff. And it must be tough playing these short Grateful Dead tunes. How are you adjusting to that?
I haven't heard a short Grateful Dead song yet.
Yeah, I know.
I heard a rumor that there was one, but I don't know which one it would be. It's been great, coming from the Allman Brothers background to this musicology is really amazing. There's a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences, but they're both suited to my taste, and the music I love. It's a blast playing, and all the musicians in Phil's band are amazing musicians. It's just been a real treat.
Some of the songs that you come up with, I'm just curious how you have Brent Midland's Just a Little Light gets dropped into the set. I see. I go online, I go to phillesh.net, so I see the set list. I'm trying to prepare myself, hoping that maybe I'll get the Brent Midland dropped in tonight. Is it some kind of organization that involves you with picking out the tunes, or does Phil just come up and say, this is what we're going to do tonight?
Well, with that particular song, Phil had said to me that there was a similarity in my voice and Brent's voice, and he's like, I would be honored if you would sing some of Brent's songs. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. So Just a Little Light was the first one that we came up with, We also do Tons of Steel. But, songs get inducted into the set in a lot of different ways. Somebody will come up with an idea, you know, sometimes myself or Phil or Rob or Jimmy, John, everybody has ideas about cover songs that we could play, and sometimes they come about in the afternoon and we play them that night. You know, it's not always a big rehearsed process.
Cool. Well, Warren, we're looking forward to tonight. You know, don't be a stranger. You know, I haven't been around for a while.
Yeah. I'll try and come every month now.
Okay. Warren Haynes from the Allman Brothers Band, from Government Mule, and tonight from Phil Lesh's band. Thanks for joining us in CLX.
My pleasure, always.